Okay, everybody, here we go. Here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is still Monday, June 23rd, 2025. How's our sound doing, hippie jazz tempo? You're the one who always chimes in here. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Look, guys and girls, let's play a game. Let's start this whole freaking freak show off with a game. I want you guys and girls to tell me what looks a little strange to you. So this is the stock market today, higher across the board. We're going to cover why. Look at Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, higher across the board. Wow. Now let's look at this last page. Gold higher, silver higher, and crude falling through the floor. So that's the outlier. Why did that happen today? Let's cover that. Well, again, for those of you that are part of the revolution here on my new freedom platform, link in the description of this video, you got this in your inbox about maybe 20 minutes ago. So what's rigged about this oil drop? Let's see. Let me read this to you. They think we're all stupid, but we're not. Lions, the comedy act continues. It will not last. This price action makes no sense with regard to crude oil unless it's manufactured. Missiles are flying. U.S. bases are under attack by Iran, yet oil plummets. This is not a market. We don't have a market. We have no economy. We have a mechanism to keep this thing propped up via epic sums of debt and obviously currency devaluation. It's a house of cards floating on a pool of gasoline. And that's really why this stock market took off. More war means, how do I say this another way? I've been telling you this for the longest time. Vast. I can't even come up with another word. Massive, come up with another. Debt expansion on a scale. Well, the market is loving it. The market is in full orgasm mode because what this means is massive currency devaluation, artificially suppressed rates, the Fed getting in here and buying it all. Okay, so no market, no economy, no nothing. But again, going back to how they rig it. Paper contracts flood the market. Again, this is the NYMEX. They deal in futures trading here. It's not real assets. This isn't crude oil moving from one place to another. This is futures contracts. The same thing with gold and silver. So massive here. Let me just show you this. Okay, we'll do it together. We'll have some fun. How they rig it here. Paper contracts flood the market. Massive institutional players short futures with no intention of delivery. This forces selling, triggers stop losses and crude, then craters. Bottom line, oil is being suppressed on NYMEX through paper manipulation to buy time, calm markets, and deceive the public, but it won't hold. It won't hold. What's going to happen, or may happen, probably, I don't know. If Iran gets in here and closes the strait, that would be a game changer. Trump, this is what Trump said. If Iran were to retaliate in any way, his words, after the U.S. strikes on Iran, they would be met with a force far greater than anything that they've seen so far with U.S. strikes. So President Trump now is shoved into a corner. Okay, he's a puppet. We all know that. Iran's turning him into the puppet that he already is, more so because the man, first of all, he can't control himself, and his strings are being pulled anyway. We know he's nothing. He's a mouthpiece. They could put a farm animal behind the Resolute desk. Could be the same thing. So Trump has no choice here but to retaliate. And of course he knew this was going to happen. We all knew it. This is a setup. It's a freaking setup. All the world's a stage, and we all know that. You know what? Hold on a second. So on the back of all this here, the dollar fell, got weaker. No one wants anything to do with the dollar anymore. And someone's buying some debt here, U.S. 10-year drop, not by much, but some anyway. So after Iran attacked our bases here. Wait for the propaganda. Oh, these were duds, not a single injury. It's all a lie, okay? And that's how stupid they think we are. But just be ready for it. Now, expect retaliation. This is okay, the United States. I'm talking. Okay, so let's see. Trump decided to go off on this tangent because he was told what to do. He's a puppet. Okay, this is, you see, the U.S. economy has no alternative here, and we're going to cover some economic news that we got today on business activity and, of course, inflation. You know, they're going to downplay it. You get the Fed coming out today. They floated out Bowman, Fed freak Bowman, to say if inflation stays low, make that up, the Fed's going to start cutting in July, as you and me predicted here. June, July, I say it's going to be next month. And this is a lock. This is a lock. This locks it in. What just happened locks it in. So now expect retaliation. Lions, as we all know, all this is / was a setup for more war and wider war. War has become the economic reality of the United States. Trump will strike back. Timing, my guess is 24 hours, honestly. He can't look weak. Could he wait till the weekend? Sure, but we'll see. So then, of course, there's going to be a counter strike. Again, this is in your inbox. All of this stuff, all the details of everything I'm going to show you. And I really hope you're thinking a little bit, maybe, about joining the revolution here, the freaking rebellion. That's who we are. Those of us who are now, it's over 1,200 people there now. And I mean, the numbers, okay, we can do much better than that. And like I said, what do you got to lose? You don't like it, you unsubscribe. It's that simple. Iran will obviously counterstrike afterwards. They're not backing down. Anyway, the market is higher. Why was the market higher today? The market is higher. Okay, I know I outlined. I'm just going to show it to you here. Market shock, delayed reaction. This market is higher on the back of Iran strike on U.S. assets. The market expects massive debt expansion on the back of more war, epic currency devaluation, and direct Fed intervention, a series of rate cuts, and the Federal Reserve wins and we lose. Right, Wisco? You know what I'm talking about. All of you do. It's a joke, and they think the joke is on us, but the joke is on them because we have their freaking playbook. We are also, let's talk about this. So we got a new alert from the Department of Homeland Security releasing nationwide terrorism advisories for the U.S. Stay afraid. Stay in your house. So they can blame the war, blame Iran for why the economy is cratering off the floor. They want you afraid. Fear is paralyzing. And that's what they're counting on. So Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, she can't walk and chew gum at the same time, has released a new national terrorism advisory bulletin warning of a heightened threat environment across the United States. Now look at this part. Due to the Israeli-Iran conflict, what's missing here? The United States is also involved in the war and is about to get even more involved in this war. But you guys, remember, Trump is the peace president, right? You all are going to call me out, some of you. Greg, I'm going to laugh in your face because all these wars are going to end on day one because Trump said so. I said no. Guess who's laughing last? Look, I'm not picking on anybody, but these are the facts. Not one of these people, not even one yet, has said, Greg, I was wrong. They can't admit it. They are paralyzed. Right, DJ Angry Tiger? Thank you. I appreciate that too. So this advisory remains in effect until September 22nd and advises the public, you're advised to remain vigilant and report suspicious activity to the local authorities. Be afraid. Be very afraid. You see the game? Everything we said is here. It's happening right now. Let us move forward on the economic news here. So we already heard about this. Fed Governor Bowman, creature thing, vomitous mass puke. It's not human either. July interest rate cut. You know, this, if inflation stays low, because it's really low right now, you can tell, right? Because of your cost of living, food, and everything else. Wait till you see what's about to happen to energy moving forward. Okay, we got this drop today with the NYMEX. Not going to last. Just get used to it. So yeah, cut in July. Let's move forward here. This is from today. Business activity falls and inflation continues to rise. Again, in your inbox. I'm not going to walk through this whole thing. Why? Because I really want you to join the movement. So Lions, Well, I'm going to read you what Reuters said. Washington, today, U.S. business activity slowed marginally in June, though prices increases further as President Trump's tariffs are taking effect here. Translation, business activity is slowing, the real economy is cratering, and prices continue to rise. This is grand theft, as we've been talking about forever, through currency debasement and economic destruction, people. Imagine our shock on that. Make it up. Let us move forward. U.S. begging China. Trump is now on his hands and knees. China, calling them out. Now, China, help us, please. Help. We need some help. I need some help because I really look like an idiot before the entire world. But I'm just a puppet. It's not my fault. Trump is out begging China to intervene with Iran to prevent them from closing the Strait of Hormuz. And I went on to say, so why is the United States calling on China? Thank you there, Technosuit. I appreciate it. Why? Why is the United States calling on China to prevent Iran from closing the Strait? Because there are several factors. I'm just going to sketch this out. The United States can't openly control the Strait of Hormuz because this would be seen as a major escalation of war. All right, it's going to happen anyway. For China, though, okay, look, a couple of things going on here. 90% of oil flows through to China through the Strait, and so they have some pull over there. And then you got, this is pressure on China, forcing them to choose sides. Which side do you think they're going to choose? Ours, after our puppet president here has berated them repeatedly? No, of course not. I bet, but now he's begging, help. Now, let's move on to this next part here. Go ahead, make it up. Oil prices are down. Trump is begging everyone to keep them that way. Trump implores everyone here. Oh, just in case you were wondering, even with today's drop, oil is about 20% higher than it was a month ago. But prices are down. They're down. Oil prices are down. Yes, they are. So, perhaps, and I could just be guessing here, maybe if Israel and President Trump would stop bombing targets in the Middle East, including the war in Yemen, which lasted for 2 months, hundreds of billions of dollars right out of your pocket, right onto the national debt here, of course. Maybe, let's see. You think, what did I write here? Here. You think that would help bring crude oil product down? Oh. This is comedy hour, man. It's freaking comedy freaking hour. It's psychological prepping for what's coming. Everyone who? OPEC, China, Iran, Wall Street. It's a fake unity pitch right before the chaos, and we're about to see a lot more of that. You think we got this one right? I think so too. You can, but the real punchline, behind the curtain, Iran is threatening the Strait. This was before Iran struck our bases here. Put this out earlier today. And President Trump is sending over a lot more U.S. assets over there. But, everyone, let's bring crude down. Make it up. You couldn't make it up if you tried to. No one can make. I got such a mess around here. I'm old school, man. What can I say? Look, I'm having a good time, at least. I'm having a good time. You got to have a good time. Anyway, bottom line, look, man. The United States is in an economic meltdown. All that's floating this up is more debt. And the market today, John knows what I'm talking about. Greg, I'm making a video about collateralized loan. Yeah, absolutely. This whole thing, the United States has turned into a collateralized debt obligation on a massive scale. This is insanity on an epic scale. People, do you remember the lead up to the selection? All the stuff we talked about and how I was ridiculed, and you too. This is our thing. Beaten down. You're going to be wrong. We were right about everything. And it didn't matter. They could have selected the other creature, but they got this one. Because this one was going to save us all, sent by God. Are you listening, Mom? My own mother is warped into this kind of concept. Yeah, he's just like Jesus. Forgive me. I'm just having a good time here. Anyway, I need help. Yeah, maybe I need help. We all need help. It's all fun though, man. You could, but look, the fun. This is why I can sit here and laugh because we called it down to all of it. We didn't miss anything. I want you to think about what I said. Nothing. That's pretty amazing, if you ask me. But anyway, love you guys too. I really, really do. Wow, the lighting is weird in here today. Do you guys want to cover anything else here? Pieces around the corner, Joel? Really? Is that how you see it? I know you're just joking. We all know you're just joking. Anyway. You guys and girls want to talk about anything else? I mean, we covered a lot here. I mean, we really, really did. Brexit, majority of our goods are from China. It's going to be incredible, man. Rubio says it's just incredible. Look, man, that's what I'm talking about. Every manner of lie, every manner of deception, just like Jesus, right, is going through this entire administration. Again, these are disembodied spirits. These are not human beings, not a single one of them. And that's why they can't, even though a lot of Trump's followers, okay, honestly, that still can't see it. Not that they can't see it. Their soul has been taken already. They've been possessed or something along those lines. And then they will sit there and try to justify everything that happens. It's this, it's that. Well, you don't know what it is. But again, it's for those of us who understand. It's just too simple. It's too freaking obvious. Anyway, what kind of time, man? Price of silver, I don't even think about it. I don't think about the price of silver. I don't even think about the price of commodities. Commodities are real things. Forget about what happens on the NYMEX with crude oil or the COMEX with gold and silver. No, it's all those. They don't trade in real assets. Let me just fix something here. The COMEX, the NYMEX, they don't trade in real assets. They trade in paper, futures, contracts. That's all they do. Okay. Well, 99% of it. Okay. This is how they rig it, like today with crude oil. And it's just not going to last. And eventually, look, man, it's too simple. Being that commodities are real things, we're going to see a flood of cash eventually make its way into gold and silver, or value, not cash, value. Their real worth is going to become realized when the rigging stops. The rigging is not going to stop until the debt market gives up. What they're going to do here, and they're not done, is punish us all on a scale that most people don't even have a clue about yet. Not even a slightest clue. Again, stocks a lot higher today. I mean, nothing super magnificent or anything like that, but definitely higher. Why? More war means, first of all, where does the cash come from? The whole war in Yemen, Trump's 2-month war in Yemen, hundreds of billions. We don't have it. No nation has a war chest. So where did that cash come from? Trump is on the phone with the Federal Reserve. Listen, I'm going to do this. I need cash. Whatever you want, sir, we got it for you. What's about to happen? Trump's military strike here in Iran. Where did that cash come from? We don't have that either. Trump's retaliation. Where does that cash come from? We don't have it. So the market realizes that what this means, the expansion of war. Let me tell you how this is playing out. It's too simple to understand. Let me break this really down for you. Okay. The market is counting on epic sums of debt to be pumped into the system and massive currency devaluation. That means you lose. The Fed wins. Every single dollar that the Federal Reserve is called upon to issue, okay, for whatever purpose, and they're willing to give it all. They're going to just give it all. That's what they're capable of, giving it all. Yeah, they're going to give it all, and that means they own it all, okay? The more debt a central bank issues, the exponentially stronger they become. So understanding that this mechanism means what? Massive debt issuance on an incredible scale via the currency itself, and debt buying by the Federal Reserve is monetizing it all. What does that mean? We could potentially see the bond yields drop. What does that do? Opens up that doorway for cash to make its way into the stock market or risk assets. We've seen this time and time again. It's not going to stop until we, the people, bind together. People, I am practically freaking begging you to join my freaking rebellion channel, okay? Our freedom channel. We are the rebellion. We are the revolution. If it's not going to be us, then who's it going to be? We can do things. We just need more people there. We need 10 times more than what we got right now. And we could start actually doing something because these are people that are committed for 11 cents a day. Yeah, it's a commitment, even though it is 11 cents. It's a commitment. So please, what are you waiting for, guys and girls? Get yourself over there. Link in the description of this video. Let's do something. Really, man. I've been telling you guys and girls, if one voice can change the world, and I believe that's possible, imagine what we can do together. We know the system underneath, inside, backwards, and upside down. If you've been with me for any length of time, you know exactly how this works. How do you think we can call these things before they even happen? They're not done. They are not done. War is now where the United States is all acting at right now. It can't function in another way. I've been explaining to you guys and girls forever, and you know this, okay? The system demands that more debt be pulled into the system by any mechanism. War is the number one. Build up to war, military incursions, whatever it might be. The number one way to do it. No other endeavor on this earth generates a need for more borrowed dollars than war. Why do you think we're here now? Because our economy is booming. If we really had a strong economy, you think we'd be here right now? Absolutely not. This is not about terrorism. President Trump going against his entire intelligence community because he knows better. Even throwing people under the freaking bus because he knows better than everything. I mean, you can't make it up, man. They can't. And this is only a matter of time before people on the inside start speaking out and telling you what you already know, that this is all a lie. War is a lie, all of it. For over 30 years, Net and Loco has been telling you the same story. Now you believe it. Now it's true. And Trump is convinced after 30 years, people, there's something else going on here, quite obviously. And the Federal Reserve here, Bowman, if inflation stays low, it's low right now. Make that up. All they're doing, and this is doing with this war, is allowing the Fed to inflate, and President Trump is playing right into it along with Vance, calling for a weaker dollar, calling for artificial suppressed rates. The Federal Reserve is committing monetary madness here by not going negative with rates. That's what Trump wanted last time. That means you would pay the bank. How does that work out for you? That would send the stock market into the stratosphere. Right, Jonathan? Absolutely. He does have a place for these folks here. God is watching every freaking thing, every life that is taken, every lie that is told. And this is why the United States is in free fall right now. Not because it's in free fall, because it has turned its back on the Almighty. But come on, man. It's run by devils and devilism. Does this sound familiar to you? Yeah, I'm only been telling you that too for 1,000 freaking years. Anyway, guys. It's just too much. It's too freaking much. So expect more of this. There's going to be more. This is not going to end here. This is going to continue and it's going to get worse. How do you feel that now President Trump has made it? Well, let's see. He's trying to instill fear on you by Naomi, whatever her face is, unknown. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now you have to worry about your own safety here in the United States. More terrorism. Let me tell you something. If there's a major terrorist attack, it's going to be allowed to happen, or maybe done from the inside. And they're going to find a scapegoat to blame it on. I'm going to give you one guess as to who it is, which will justify surveillance, which will justify control, which will justify more spending. Do you see it yet, or you still can't see it? It's too obvious, man. We're being destroyed from within. When I said that months ago, I lost about 3,000 subscribers like overnight. Okay, well, maybe in about a week. Okay, I said we're being destroyed from within, the puppet from within. Maybe those people are going to start coming back. They're going to say, you know, that guy Greg, maybe he got it right. Maybe he got it right. Oh man, I tell you. It's too easy. We know what's going on. We know what they want. We know how they're going to get it, how they're trying to get it. They got a public so dumbed down and so controlled, so psyop. Just wait for it. Wait for it. Death pain and suffering will justify whatever they want to do. Spending, military spending on any scale they want. Blank checks. Let's suspend the debt ceiling here. We need to surveil everyone. California was the test bed. All we need is a terrorist attack in a major city here, and you will see the armed forces in every city in this nation because it's all about control. They didn't get any pushback over there. Nothing. Were there rallies in the street? You know, you had a lot of Trump supporters saying this is what we need because California's a shithole. Can't say these kinds of words, can you? But I could in my new channel. Could you imagine if we really moved everything over there, what we can actually do together? But that's where you guys come in. It's up to you. You want to be part of something real, or you want to be part of this? Okay, up to you. You guys can go choose whatever you want. You guys are my boss. I answer to you guys. Anyway, look, man. Exactly. Slick Rick, false flag incoming. Be ready for it. And I'm going to tell you something. More than likely, it isn't even going to be Iran. It isn't going to be. It's going to be from within here, staged, and people will die. And they will point their finger at Iran. Of course they will. And they're going to justify whatever they want. Blank checks across the board. Massive currency devaluation on the back of epic debt issuance. And the market might even go higher. Briss, thank you so much. We'll think the Fed will cut. It's all that's their goal, is to inflate. The central banks want to inflate. Again, you got Bowman out here telling you inflation is low. If it stays low, we're going to start cutting. They're setting it up. Trump is playing right into it. We've never had a president in the history of this nation work more closely with the Federal Reserve than President Trump. If we didn't learn anything last time, okay, with my God, man, never before would we see debts and deficits balloon until he came along. Oh, but it was all COVID, right? I am the father of the vaccine. Yeah, you remember all that? I don't get enough credit for it either. Can't make it up. It's impossible. If you think they're done with us, then you really are completely lost. They're not done by any way, shape, or form. All right, guys, listen, anything else particular you want to cover before we get out of here? No, we're going to fight them, Howard. We're going to fight them tooth and nail with everything that we have because they are destroying us from the inside. Honestly, 100%. Yes, XRP, 100%. Bitcoin, just people. Look, I don't even think about the price. I do this every day. All of you know I do a breakdown of the market for you, including Bitcoin, XRP. This is where we got to be. Why is gold down? Again, there's no real gold changing hands at the COMEX. This is all futures trading. Again, one day, how this is going to work out is very simple. The debt market will implode on itself at a time of their choosing. They're not done creating slaves. It's a slave world. It's a slave planet, a slave system. Once they got enough people dependent on the system, then they pull the plug. Of course, this notice will go out to the big institutions at first, and they're going to short it all on the way down. Right now, the greatest transfer of wealth ever seen is going on. Right, Jonathan? I appreciate this very much. But that is going to be the big one here. And then real assets, the price of gold, silver, commodities across the board are going to actually become real. Until that time, you got the COMEX, you got the NYMEX, futures trading, and they can do anything they want. They can yank the price action wherever they want. But that presents I with amazing opportunity. Overstand? That's where we're going, everybody. It's too exactly. You see here, Big Daddy C? This person is paying attention. We all are. They are leading us down the rat hole into full tokenization, and people are not going to accept it unless a major event occurs. Why do you think we're where we're at? How many of you believe after 30 plus years, Netanyahu, Netanyahu finally was right? We had to do this now. Again, look, this is when Babylon gets shoved into a corner like it is right now, it lashes out. That's what it's a setup. We're being set up by the Marco Rubios and the Donald Trumps and the freaking alcoholic, whatever his name is. All of them. It's a setup. Look at the freaks that are now in charge of running this nation. They don't run anything. They're all puppets. They're disembodied as well. They're not even human, not a single one. When you realize, how many of you believe that the world today is being controlled by the devil or devilism? If you believe that, then you have to realize that they're all devils too. Okay, come on, guys. I know most of you believe what I'm saying is true. You know it's true, even in your heart. These aren't people. They're not people. I've been telling you guys and girls this for 1,000 freaking years. Anyway, that's kind of what we're at, guys and girls. It's too much. It's the grand old plan, Jeff. You're 100% right. It's the same freaking freak show. Only now we're really seeing the effect of all this on a massive, massive scale. Bonds. Wait till you see where that thing goes. Again, look, man, why did the stock market, I can't see here. My eyes are toast. ARMO. The Fed is about to unleash, okay? Stealth QE is already in effect. There's going to be more of it. There's going to be yield curve control. Everything that I here, okay, have talked about is happening, is going to happen on a much greater scale. Look, man, a lot of you out here, you follow other YouTubers on financial people, and they're all great. Ask them, every one of them, if Greg got it right. They're all going to tell you, yeah. Ask Lava, she's here. They all know it. We all know it. You know it. The general population has no clue at all. Zero. They don't pay attention because, again, they've been psyoped to a degree that is pretty hard to get your freaking head around. Sounds about right? Of course it does. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to get out of here. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Please get this video out. Share it. And again, people, we have an opportunity here, okay, to really, we're creating something on the side. You understand? I'm going to stay here on YouTube because some people just honestly, and I get it, they can't even afford 11 cents a day. That's how bad things are right now. But we're all rich, according to President Trump, okay? But those of you that are able, let's do this. Commit to something, and I can promise you, we could turn this into something really beautiful. Okay. Love you guys. Right, Ronix? I appreciate it. Ronix, you're okay, man. You know, look, man, we can't point our finger at any of these puppets, really. They're just puppets. I did the same thing to Biden. I regret some of the things I said about Biden because I really punished that man. If you notice, yeah, I give it to Trump too, but I really maybe unfairly gave it more so to Biden during his term. Look, man, I'm a passionate guy, and sometimes I get a little bit bent out of shape. Anyway, love you. I'll see you guys and girls in the morning. Please, guys, I'll see you over at my Freedom channel. Really, let's do something. These numbers are good, and I'm happy and I'm proud of them. But we could double and triple this overnight. Overnight, we could do it tonight. We could go from 1,200 to 2,400 tonight. It's up to you if you want to make this happen. It's not me. It's you. Love you guys. See you in the morning. All right. Please go over this stuff we talked about here. Again, no surprise to anybody. Nobody here is surprised. Let's just wait to see what's next. We already know. We already outlined it all from, I don't know, a long time ago. But now it's happening now, and it's going to happen. It's going to accelerate from here. The fall of an empire. And every empire, as they fall, does exactly what we're seeing now. Those of you that study history, and I know there's probably a lot of you out here, I love history. Are we not seeing a reflection of every single other failed empire? In history, go back as far as you want to go. It's the same thing. There's no difference. The reason why I and I are able to see this so clearly is because some of us are remembering things. Okay, look, I could go into this stuff so deep. You guys are really going to think I'm going to need a tinfoil hat, but we're all connected here. Time and space, all of it's here. And we're remembering things that we've seen, just echoes. Okay, and it's and if you have a connection with the sources, I've been practically begging you guys and girls to do. So many of the things are going to become clear to you right there. What can I tell you? All right, one day maybe we'll start delving deeper into that. But for now, I'll see you in the morning.